Hello, soul family. Welcome back to my channel. I'm the Cosmic Priestess. How are you guys today? Let's do an energy check-in for today. It is Friday. Happy Friday, July 17th, 3:23 on the time when I'm starting this. I hope you guys are well. Happy weekend. Before we get started into this reading, there's something important that I wanted to share with you guys. If you've been feeling a strange, quiet, internal pressure building over the last few days, like you're standing on the edge of a massive invisible threshold, you're not losing your mind. You're feeling the sky locking gears. There's some crazy stuff going on astrologically, especially on July 19th. So I need you guys to be aware of this and pay attention. This is your heads up of what's to come and why you could be possibly feeling the way that you're feeling. So on July 19th, a cosmic configuration is forming that only happens a few times a century. It's an alignment so rare and so profound that astrologers call it the Barbalt Basket. This isn't your average passing moon phase, guys. And this isn't about a quick text message from an ex. Four of the heaviest hitters in the solar system, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, are all locking into place at exactly 4 degrees on their respective signs. They are forming a perfect geometric basket on one side of the zodiac, and they are moving the tectonic plates of our collective timeline. We are officially turning a global page. The universe is locking in the choices you've made over the last few years and anchoring you into a brand new 5 to 10 year cycle. Pay attention. So your transition into managing expectations is the grounding moment here, guys. So when people hear like a rare cosmic alignment, they expect immediate outward chaos or fireworks, but I want to ground you before we dive into the cards today. True profound shifts usually start in total silence. Okay? It's that quiet late night realization of what you've completely outgrown. It's soft internal yes to a future you where, okay, let me say this again. It's that quiet late night realization of what you've completely outgrown. It's that soft internal yes to a future you were too scared to choose last year. This is a master manifestation window. And today we're going to look at exactly what old timeline you are leaving behind on the 19th and what the universe is asking you to step into. Okay, so before I pull the cards, do me a favor, tap the like button, and down in the comments, drop a single word for what you are ready to manifest in this new era. Let's activate this basket energy together. All right, are you ready? So let's see what the collective needs to know today with these cards for this energy. All right, guys, if you're new here, welcome. This is a safe space where everyone is welcome. And if you're returning, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you so very much. This is a timeless message, meaning whenever it finds you, there's definitely something in it that you need to have a listen to. Remember, guys, I'm reading energies here, not genders. You can flip-flop the roles, place the pieces of the puzzle how it fits, but don't force it. Always be your own leader of discernment. Understand that everything I say today will resonate, and that's perfectly fine. It's not supposed to, so it is your job to pick up what does and leave the rest for someone else who's going to need the message. And please remember that I'm just a messenger, so do with the information what you will. Okay, let's spray some Florida water and let's hop into a message. My eyes started watering. And this, when I read this before I started, it makes sense. I was talking yesterday about the manifestation, the black manifestation that has been lifted. Here you go. It's going to come in on the 19th here, okay? But you really got to look at what you're leaving behind and leave it behind on the 19th by the 19th so we can manifest this in, okay? This is a grounding moment, guys. You can also comment in the comment section if you don't know what to comment. I'm ready for this rare cosmic alignment. I'm in tune with this rare cosmic alignment, okay? All right, I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to light some Palo Santo. We're going to pray. We're going to call in spirit and hop into the message. We're going to prayer. We're going to prayer. We're going to say prayer and hop into a message and call in spirit, okay? Watch your ears. I did spray the Florida water, y'all. Don't forget to get you some Florida water. and some white sage incense. Beloved source of all God, Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of only the highest white Christ light, I'm calling upon Archangel Michael and his mighty sword to protect me and my collective today against anyone sending anything that is less of light and healing energy. I'm asking that you please block it, blind it, wrap it up in full love and forgiveness, and send it back to the universe, to the Most High God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No weapons formed against us shall ever prosper in flesh nor spirit. He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I place all of my trust. So think about like what it was that you were too scared to choose last year. It's time to choose it on the 19th, okay? So we need to see what old timeline we are leaving behind here, guys. Let's see. Let's find out. What are we leaving behind? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is collective leaving behind? I say we because just like you guys, I need to leave things behind too, okay? I am not free of, half the time, you guys, when I give these messages, I go back and I watch them because I don't know what I'm talking about. When I do a message, I go back and I watch it. And I'm always giving myself a message as well. So just know that. When I'm channeling, I don't know what I'm talking about. So when I go back and I listen to the message, there's always something that I needed to tell myself too. So just know that. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is going on? And what old timeline is my collective needing to leave behind? And then we'll find out too what the universe is asking you to step into. So I think the first row of cards, we're going to see our first row is going to be what you need to leave behind. And our second row will be what the universe is asking you to step into. Let's see how that goes. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, first row of 7 cards. What timeline is collective leaving behind? I just have the regular tarot out here. So we'll pull from that, see what we got. Let's go. What's going on? What does collective need to leave behind this on the 19th? Oh, your ego. 6 of Wands in the reverse. So you really need to leave behind like a lack mindset, a lack, or your ego, your lack of confidence, your lack of, you're gonna leave behind your ego and your lack of confidence, okay? And you're gonna leave behind the fact that you were unpopular at one point in time. And is there an old timeline that you guys run that was very lax? You were discredited. You were unpopular. Any recognition that you did get was very unpopular recognition. We're leaving that behind. No more. There's some sort of private achievement here that you're going to receive for leaving this behind. It's a manifestation. I keep telling you guys this. You could be a Leo, don't have to be. What else? What else does collective need to leave behind on the 19th? Which is Sunday. You need to leave behind any financial conflicts, any jealous, self-centered, smothering energy with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, she did come out in the upright, but I'm reading her in the reverse because this top row is really focusing on the lower vibration of things that you need to let go. So ego, not being confident, jealous energy, smothering energy, self-centered energy, conflicting energy. You have financial independence coming in, so you need to put that self-care back into you guys. You could be an earth sign, Capricorn, don't have to be. This could resonate with you more if you're these signs. But I feel like this is going to be for everybody today. What else does collective need to leave behind? You need to leave behind any resistance to change, any fear, anything that you've been holding on to that's been causing you stagnation, leave it behind. There's a personal transformation going on here, guys. So we must leave that behind anything that was keeping you small, anything that was causing you to feel like death is what I just heard. So we're leaving behind any lack, any ego, any jealousy, any conflict, any smothering energy, any stagnation, any decay, anything holding you back from your personal transformation. Anything holding you back that's making you resistant or fearing change. Anything that you were too scared to choose last year, we're choosing on Sunday. Okay? What else? Yeah, we're definitely leaving behind conflict, competitive energy, rivalry, disagreement, strife, and tension with the Five of Wands. Could be a Leo. Again, Leo is on here twice. So I feel like I'm talking to my Leos, and your season is fastly approaching. Yeah. You're not doing this no more. You're leaving it behind. And if you are in any sort of competitive rivalry, conflicting disagreement right now, or strife for tension, we're leaving it behind Sunday. That's it. Fives, big change. We're not resistant to this change. We're putting an ending to it. Finally, putting a death to it. Finally transforming, metamorphosizing, leaving behind the lack. There's something really important about leaving behind the lack, leaving behind the ego, leaving behind the jealousy, all that negative energy is getting left behind. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the thunder's rumbling here. There's your confirmation. You're leaving behind anything that was keeping you in the hangman position, anything that was delaying you, standstilling you, making you resist, anything stalling you, anything that was leaving you indecisive, anything that was trying to take control of you is being left behind so you can see things from a higher perspective. Give me 2 cards, please. Yeah, we're leaving behind the Eight of Swords here, the mental prison, the negative thoughts, the entrapment, the restrictions, and the depression, and the negativity, the carelessness, the arrogance, the sadness, anything negative. And we're not going to pretend to be happy and overly optimistic when we're not, okay? A lot of you have been feeling down lately. Like this said, if you've been feeling like if you've been feeling a strange, quiet internal pressure building over the last few days, like you're standing on the edge of a massive invisible threshold, you are not losing your mind. You're feeling the sky lacking gears. So you guys are definitely feeling this shift happening with the energy here. And what's really happening here is that you're being called to move with the tectonic place of our collective timeline. And you are being pushed to lock in the choices you've made over the last few years and anchor yourself into a brand new 5 to 10 year cycle. So you have to let go of all the bad cycle stuff that you were doing for the last 5 to 10 years, which is moving out of ego, not really being confident at all. You were wearing a mask. A lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of you have been operating in this energy, didn't even realize it. I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to tell you how to get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. No more ego-driven stuff. No more lack of confidence. No more unpopular recognition. Okay? No more discredited. No more. There's not going to be anything left that people can say bad about you because you've done that inner child healing. And if you haven't, you need to. But I feel like I'm talking to my collective that's right on the brink of this new timeline here. So it's like, well, what else do I have to let go of? Anything that you were resistant to, think about where you were last year. Anything that you were afraid to let go of, resistant to let go of, scared to let go of, let it go. Say yes to a future you were too scared to choose last year. So obviously last year you guys are operating in a very delayed, standstilled, negative energy here. You were mentally entrapped. Some of you could have been entrapped. Some of you could have been locked up, and you completely, this is not for all of you when I say locked up, but some of you were. Like it's like a timeline shift has happened. From last year to now, it's completely different. I know for me it is. So this is really that grounding moment where it's like you're really taking a look back and you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with the ego. I'm done with the brokenness, the self-centeredness, the jealousy, the smothering, coming from other people too, even if it was you or other people. You're not being resistant to this change anymore. You aren't arguing and fighting about it. You're not delaying anymore. You're not fearing the sacrifice of giving up a negative timeline and a lack timeline. You're done with the self-imposed restrictions. You're done with the depression, the darkness, the negativity, the sadness, the arrogance, and the carelessness. It's over. On the 19th, it's over. So let's put it into play today, guys. It's over. Some of you are just coming out of a very lack time. So congratulations, where we just didn't think. I'm not even going to lie to you guys today. I was really down and I was like, I need a sign. Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. I've literally worked on all of these things here, and I hope that you guys have too. So let's see what's coming in now for the next 5 to 10 years after we do this. This is a master manifestation. I can't even talk. Mercury retrograde is still retrograding. And don't forget, Mercury retrograde will be ending on the 23rd, but there will be after effects of it for a little while. There's the pre-Mercury retrograde phase, and then there's a post-Mercury retrograde phase. So just because it's over on the 23rd doesn't mean everything's going to lift right away, but you're slowly going to feel it. But then we have other planets that are about to go into retrograde as well, Saturn. So when I tell you that people are going to be getting karma, they're going to be getting karma. That's why it's really important to release these things before these other planets, especially Saturn, go into retrograde. Okay, because just because Mercury is coming out of retrograde, I think we have Mars going into retrograde, we have Saturn going into retrograde, and maybe Pluto going into retrograde or something like that. I'll have to do some more in-depth research on what's going on with the planets. This is just something I keep hearing, and I wanted to research on it and give you guys information on it so you know how to use the energy properly for it on Sunday, because I know you guys have to be feeling it. Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto, maybe all these planets are going into retrograde. I don't know, but they're going into 4 degree. I wanted to bring up Neptune, and I didn't. It is represented by the Hanged Man, which we got. And with this happening on Sunday, it's really important that you release delay, anything causing you delay, anything causing you standstill, anything causing you resistance. There's something here that's been causing you resistance for the last year that needs to be released. And there's nothing to argue and fight with about it. It needs to end. Okay? Cut yourself free from this negativity here. And guys, I know it's been thick because like me, I've been dealing with the ups and downs of my emotions with depression and stuff, and like getting down on myself like I'm not doing enough and this and this and that, arguing with my own ego and having to keep reminding myself like, you're fine. You're doing the best that you can with what you're doing. You've come a long way, and it's really good to look back at how far you've come in the last year and really say, okay, the things that I was saying no to last year, I'm definitely saying yes to this year. And you really want to plant the seeds on Sunday of this new 5 to 10 year cycle. What are you anchoring in the next 5 to 10 years? Well, we're about to find out what does collective need to be anchoring in here? Because it's definitely not sadness and negativity and brokenness, and it's not ego. So what does collective need to anchor in for the next 5 to 10 years? Unity, love, equal give and take, connection, good karma. We are definitely anchoring in good karma, especially when it comes to the jealousy, the lack, the financial independence, the self-care. We're definitely focusing the next 5 to 10 years on completing cycles, using Jupiter to bring in our blessings. Because Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are all playing a huge role in this. So Jupiter is on your side for sure. Neptune is on your side for sure if you use these energies properly. So we definitely want to work on and set the wheels and anchor in good fortune, unification, partnerships. There's a partnership coming in. could be coming from a Cancer sign. You could be the Cancer sign. We are in Cancer season. It could be coming in. I mean, Cancer season ends in a couple of days, the 22nd, or it could be, following through with the end of Cancer season. You could be getting some sort of unified love, or this just could be unified love for you. That's why you've released the ego here, because it is underneath the Six of Wands in the reverse. And that's something we're letting go. Ego and not loving ourselves, and we're embracing 222. You're on the right path. Unification, self-love, good omens, wheel of fortune. No more lack. Tens, completing a cycle. There's been a lot of unpredictable up and downs, okay, the last maybe 5 to 10 years for you. And you're releasing it. You're no longer stagnant and decayed. You're embracing this personal transformation. If you are not embracing this personal transformation and you're still holding on to the past, then this reading isn't for you. You have a lot of work to do. But if you've already put in the work and stopped fighting it, then this reading's for you. And you can use this energy and this information I'm giving you on Sunday to help you unlock a cycle here. You're transitioning confirmation. You're transitioning into managing your expectations. This is a grounding moment. What else? Yeah, plan. We need a plan for the future. You need to continue making progress forward. Some of you are getting ready to travel. Next 5 to 10 years, there's something about you moving to a new home and traveling. This is something you've been manifesting. This is what you're anchoring in to this new cycle. Unification, love, good fortune, and travel, progression, making good decisions, discovering new things, leaving a home and traveling. Twos are confirmation of this. Twos and fives. Guys, we had, the forest. I'm sure a lot of you are experiencing the smoke from these fires in Canada. My throat is so dry. My eyes are so dry. I'm dry. So bear with me. I'm just a little dried out. All right. What else does the collective need to focus on anchoring in the next 5 to 10 years? I'm going to get one more. Okay. Balance, moderation, patience, being sensible, calling in harmony here, acceptance, moving on with the Five of Cups in the reverse, forgiving yourself, finding peace, forgiving yourself and releasing any negative thoughts for any personal setbacks that you may have had the last few years. Okay? Whatever it was that was holding you back from stepping into this new timeline, it's okay. Forgive yourself. You were on a different vibration when you refused a year ago to anchor in this new timeline, when you were too scared to choose it. Because like with the wasp yesterday, it was like you were too scared to open the window because there was something scary on the outside, so you didn't do it. You played it small. It's okay. Don't be upset with yourself about that. It was a different time, but you're not on that timeline anymore. And now you're manifesting everything. You're not afraid to take that leap forward. A lot of us get like, nervous, and like we start to let the negative thoughts take over and creep in and make us feel like we're not good enough for what's about to happen. And then we sabotage our own level up. And I think that's what a lot of us did last year around this time. We sabotaged our own level up because of someone else or opinions or other people's opinions or whatever, because everybody likes to throw that negative stuff at us. So we dimmed ourselves down. Not anymore. We have this window here to bring in a completely new timeline, and that's exactly what everybody needs to do. Nine of Cups. Wishes are coming true if you do this. Contentment, satisfaction, emotional stability, luxury, gratitude. 9s, endings for completion. Endings for this completion of this timeline so we can call in the new. We are releasing one lackadaisical timeline from one extraordinary timeline. Meditation is really important with the Four of Cups. Contemplation, reevaluation. Some of you got very disconnected. That's why I'm here. That's why we're talking today. 444, the divine is stepping in and giving you guidance through me on what to do and how to handle these energies these next few days so you can call in the accurate timeline and anchor it for the next 5 to 10 years. You can release all the lack, all the arguing, the disagreeing, the stalling, the stagnation, the self-imposed thoughts, the bad karma, the depression, the arrogantness, the sadness, the darkness. It's being released so you can be unified with yourself and for some of you with someone else. The wheel is shifted in your guys' favor and it's bringing you a lot of balance, harmony, contentment, satisfaction, and emotional stability. Forgive yourself, move on, continue to find the peace, and just realize how far you guys have come. Not a lot of people can heal the ego and stop moving on the ego. So congratulations. That's huge that you're able to do that and love on you again, pour back into you. I feel like for a lot of you, this Two of Cups speaks of unified love between you and the universe, you and yourself. Because a lot of us, we didn't love ourselves and we hid behind a false masks. And a lot of people started to see that. We got discredited for being fake and all that stuff. But what happened is you went inside and you healed and you did the work. You prayed about it and you called in for balance and moderation. You stopped fighting the cup that was coming from the divine. And now you're going to be rewarded for it. And this is why things have shifted. But if you didn't know what was going on with this energy, you might miss the opportunity to jump on this manifestation bubble that's opening on the 19th. So understand that these shifts are happening in silence right now. You're going to have some sort of late night realization on what you've completely outgrown. And it's that soft internal yes to a future you were too scared to choose last year. So it's time in the quiet to sit down, contemplate, meditate, and say yes to what you were too afraid to say yes to last year. All right, guys, I hope this message brought some value to you. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hype. Help me get the word out. Have a blessed and elegant day, guys. Be safe out in those streets, and I will see you all so very soon. Later. Love you.